Well, man, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm having a great time cranking out these videos. We have another product review, and this is gonna be very cool. I am very excited for this one. It is for the EV6. Let's check this out. Came all the way from Houston into Kentucky, into Sacramento Airport, and then finally to me. And this is a generously sized, make a good box. I mean, there's my hand for comparison. Let's get ourselves a canife and open this up. My ninja skills here. And hiya! Hiya! Nailed it. Inside the box is a much smaller box. Nothing on it. Oh, wait a minute. It's made in China. BestEvMods. Hey, our friends. EV6 interior matte carbon fiber. What? Hey, this is extraordinarily cool. This appears to be a full carbon fiber overlay kit for the inside of the EV6, and wow, this is really cool. Let's definitely check this out. So here we go. It's all pieces. I didn't even know what all the pieces mean. Wow, look at the size of this. That's for your center console, and it appears to be vacuum sealed, yes, on all the edges. So let me, I'm gonna get these opened up and lay them out on the table. Don't mind the cat food. And let's see. Okay, we got it all out, and I'm telling you, these are absolutely impressive. Look at the size of this. Oh yeah, that's important. Double-sided sticky tape is what's going to hold these on, and it appears it pretty much goes full length around the entire thing, with a couple like where the flaps would go here. You know, the end pieces, they've got them on there too. So it looks like there's a very liberal amount. So that's great. It's stout, and they really go to town with the amount of double-sided tape on here. And you can see some of the carbon weave through there. But boy, I tell you what, these are all rounded out just beautifully. And that is just awesome. The machine work on these is absolutely exceptional. I have no issues with any of this. There's nothing coming off the sides of these that would like catch a finger. The finish work, that's what I'm trying to say. The finish work is absolutely spectacular. There's your windows for park, neutral, and drive. And yeah, the fit and finish on these is absolutely dynamite. I am very, very excited to put these on. I think these are going to be great. So the catch is when you have things like this that require double-sided tape to put on, you got to really just take your time. Normally companies would send out like alcohol prep pads that you could just kind of wipe down, like when you put a new screen protector on your phone. They didn't send any with this one, and I like that. And the reason is a lot of that stuff sits in a warehouse, and yeah, it's sealed, but it still evaporates out. It's alcohol based. If it gets warm, if there's a tiny little hole in the wipe, the whole thing dries out and it's screwed. Get your own isopropyl alcohol and pour it on whatever you pour it on. Paper towel is a good one, and use that to clean up all the surface contacts where your double-sided tape is going to be. If you don't do that, you get dirt underneath it. The stickiness sticks to the dirt, not the panel, and it's going to lift. And now you've got pieces, you know, you can have the corner piece on that start to lift. And they wrap that all the way under. It really is a good amount of work that they put onto this stuff. So do yourself a favor, get your own rubbing alcohol. These are very cool. The only thing that you do not get with these, and I'm very happy to say, is an alcohol prep pad. You're gonna wanna use one of those regardless to wipe down your interior before you stick these on. But the reason I'm glad that BestEvMod did not send one out is most of the time, and this is from experience because I order them also for the company where I work, is if there's a little pinhole in one of those, it evaporates and now you have a soft little towel for your finger. Get a bottle of your own isopropyl alcohol, use whatever media you want to use to get it wet, and then do it yourself to clean the surface. Because some of these, like the center deal right here, you really have to clean the area where these corners go, or they're going to lift. You don't want to rely on a little 1-inch square that came with the product. I mean, you don't use glue that came with whatever furniture you're building. You know, use your own stuff that you know is good. Like, you know, don't use IKEA glue. Not that I've ever built anything from IKEA, but get a bottle of isopropyl alcohol, wipe down the entire area yourself. And I think that that was a very good idea from BestEvMods to not include one of those. And just take your time, peel these off. It's not like it's gonna, when you peel off the double-sided tape, it's not like you have a time limit before it doesn't stick anymore. Just take your time, get a sharp little blade up there, work the corners. I'm very excited to put these on. I hope that Liz is excited for them too. Like I said, she primarily drives the car, but I'm very excited to put these on. So I have some stuff coming up here in the next couple of days, so I figured I would shoot this part now, and tomorrow or Saturday, today's Wednesday, we'll get these loaded up, and God, those look good. And 9 pieces plus whatever those are. All right, kids, sit tight. We're gonna get the Kia all cleaned up, and we'll get these mounted. The EV6. So, very important. Whenever you get something, always do like a dry fit. Make sure everything lines up, make sure everything is good, and your life will be wonderful. So I already did that to a few pieces. Let's check them out. So here is what it looks like when it is just, you know, from the factory. You can get little blemishes and scuffs and stuff in here. The car's only got 26,000 something miles on it, and it's a year old. So here is the trim piece for the driver's side door, and what you'll do is, after you get in there with rubbing alcohol, which I have to go get, peel all these off, and then you'll just set it down, push down, and there we go. So first thing I notice is you're really going to need to get in this lip right in here to get that to stick down, but the initial fit and finish is pretty damn good. You can see there's a little bit of a wobble right there. That's just because it's not stuck down. So you will have this little bit of a lip right here around each of the buttons, but damn, that actually looks really, really good. That is nice and flat the entire way down. And again, there's no sticky stuff, so when I pull the backing, that will sit flush. And just for the fun of it, there's what it looks like around the driver's side door. That sit was absolutely perfect, and I'm actually really digging how that looks. Okay, not gonna lie, this one's gonna be kind of intimidating. There is a lot to remove on that, and you gotta kind of come in under and around up there by the forward controls, and you might need 2 people for this one. This is why it's important to dry fit. But you can see when that's down, and again, it's not, the adhesive's not there, but this thing is going to sit absolutely perfect around all 4 corners. And even coming around back there, it looks great. Your lid's going to close down. I think this is going to be absolutely fantastic. The driver's side door I just popped off. There's a way to do this one, and it's going to take 2 people to help me film this and put it on. So let me grab the wife. Hang on real quick. So you're going to need 2 people for this. You can see that this is channel cut through here. Well, what you need to do is open the door, feed this through the door handle, come back around and hold it, because remember, all your backing has been removed, and then stick it, and then you can let your door handle go. This is going to be a challenge on all 4 doors, because you have to keep this open until you stick this back panel on, because if it grabs with that 3M tape back here, boy, it's going to be a minute for you to unscrew that situation. So take your time, just relax when you put it on. This is not a rush. You got 4 doors to go, so just remember to clean it all up really good, and then always keep your hand on the door handle, keeping it open to get that on and off, because there is a lot of tape in here that you are going to have to remove, so don't get it stuck. All right, we are covered. Isopropyl alcohol, I literally just soaked this in it because who cares, it's going to evaporate. Now of course we're going to get in there and dry it off with a paper towel too, but get everywhere you can, even if that tape isn't going to hit it, because you just want to make darn sure that you have as much dirt and debris up as you possibly can. Don't use Windex or anything like that, because it has soap in there, and that's just going to put another layer that the adhesive does not stick to. So it's nice and dry in there. I'm going to open the windows all up just to make sure we get some airflow through here, and then we're going to start sticking them down. So hopefully this goes well. I'm going to have Liz hold the phone here and record it while I do it, because you're definitely going to need both hands. So let me get all 4 of these doors all cleaned up, and I will be right back. So another area you really want to get in is wad this up. I mean, look how dirty this already is. That's kind of crazy. So get this, like, bury this thing into these little crevices, because as you saw in the dry fitting, there we are, it's actually going to wrap around and tuck up underneath. So really get up in these areas where the plastic kind of rolls. Just shove your paper towel in there and do as best you can to get it in there. And then little things like, maybe I got it, yeah, you probably can't see it on this, but there's a little piece of schmutz right there, and then there's another little piece of it right there. All that is going to act as a impedance on the 3M sticking, so take your time. Okay, so you're going to need 2 people for this. You can see that this is channel cut through here. Well, what you need to do is open the door, feed this through the door handle, come back around and hold it, because remember, all your backing has been removed, and then stick it, and then you can let your door handle go. This is going to be a challenge on all 4 doors, because you have to keep this open until you stick this back panel on, because if it grabs with that 3M tape back here, boy, it's going to be a minute for you to unscrew that situation. So take your time, just relax when you put it on. This is not a rush. You got 4 doors to go. So just remember to clean it all up really good, and then always keep your hand on the door handle, keeping it open to get that on and off, because there is a lot of tape in here that you are going to have to remove, so don't get it stuck. So we're good to go. Got this all wiped down, got the door handle wiped down, and I also got everything for the center console wiped down. So the next thing we're going to do is start peeling this off. We'll start with the door trim first. So what you'll want to do is get in there with your blade as easy as you can, and if any of you have played with 3M tape, you know that this stuff can be a bear. So just kind of work it down with your blade, just like that. Okay, so in the dry fitting video, we saw that we really kind of had to get up into this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to, as best you can, ooh, it is sticky, just kind of line your buttons here for your windows and your locks. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of pushing back to make sure that we get up underneath the arm bolster right here, and then just kind of push it down good and stout. And now, let me go ahead and open the mirrors for you. That's it. She's in. She's not going anywhere. And if you get down in here, Liz, take a look down here. You can see how it sits nice and flush the entire way down. That's what you're looking for, and that's why it's so important to get in there with as much alcohol as you can get and clean this up. All the little, I spilled some coffees, whatever, you really need to get all that up and out of there, or it acts as a barrier between that and the tape. So give me a second to readjust here. We'll do the door. So here's the tricky one. All 4 doors. Now remember, we got in here, we cleaned it all up really good. So we gotta get in there with both hands and make sure we leave that open. Ooh, actually that's a little bit easier. Got her set. Everything's in. Just give her a nice push underneath. Wasn't anywhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be. I expected something to get caught up in here, and yep. And then if you go ahead and take a look in here, you can see how everything is just a solid, nice fit in there. We have a great fit under the door right there. You still have your seat memories in position there, and we are tucked up tight under the door. So I'm going to go around and get the rest of them done, guys. It really is that easy to do. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult under the door handles. So I'm going to go ahead and knock all the rest of these out, and I'll show you the finished project when I'm all done. See you in a minute. Okay, all the doors are in. We showed you the driver's side front earlier. Here is the back passengers, and it's just looking smooth as silk. Remember those 3 pieces I didn't know what they went to? They're just caps for right here. Apparently this set was I don't know, it's not a generic set because it's going to fit the EV6, but maybe some of the other models of EV6 have another button here that I'm not aware of, which is totally possible. And then we got the passenger side all stuck down. Total time was about 20 minutes or so. I didn't rush through it at all. So here, this one's going to be the fun one. We've got to wrap that around this and come back through all of that. Plus, there is just a ton of 3M to get off of there. So surprisingly enough, the 3M has been coming off extremely well. Like on my end, it's stuck to the plastic great, carbon fiber. And on my end, it's just been peeling and go. It's been fantastic. So let me go get Liz and we'll get this one all set up because I want you guys to be able to see how that goes. All right, so we got all the red 3M off. You're going to need to lift up your center console also. So the catch is we've got to feed this lip around here, and it's cut out, you know, a recess cut where we cleaned. So here we go. So I think the best thing to do, so I'm going to kind of spread this open a little bit, if I can figure out how to get around the steering wheel, and kind of maybe tuck that underneath the start button a little bit. I think that did it. I could feel some of the 3M getting hung up back on this end right here, so I just kind of shoved it, and it feels like it went in. And I can't get the camera in here very well, but there is no lip under here. So I think we actually nailed it for not being able to see it. And then if you come up over here, Liz, you can see we nailed it with the gear shift selector. You can see all of those real good. The shift knob rotates outstanding, and we can get to all 3 of the accessory buttons right there as well. So just come back down around and just make sure it's all pushed down, and shoot, guys, I think we got it. And then here's your charging pad. That just goes right back down into there. Probably should be cleaned, but there you go, guys. That's the interior kit, the carbon fiber kit for the EV6 from BestEvMods. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I get a little freaked out when I see all that 3M double-sided tape, but everything went on fantastic. Everything lined up exactly how it should. 10 out of 10. And as usual, I'll put a link in the bottom of this. There's no, I don't get anything if you guys buy any of these things. I just get to keep what I show. And 10 for 10 on the carbon fiber. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.